guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Christine, and I have a book haul. I recently got a couple more yesterday or the day before, so I decided to finally do a book haul. There's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 here. But if you've been following my channel, you know I recently had to put my cat down, and it was my big fluffy white one. In fact, this is him at about 4 months old, and my daughter's about 3 months old. And yeah, he was a flame point Siamese. He was just starting to get his color in there. But so we had to put him down last Monday, and today I went and picked up his ashes. So this is my puller. So yeah, he's back home now. So and I'm telling you that because some of these books pertain to that. But I can't remember who I was. I was with my son and my kids. We went to Dollarama, and here in Canada it's the big dollar store. And I found a couple books. I haven't read any of the series yet, but I figured for $3, why not? And it's The Song Rising by Samantha Shannon. I mean, it's a hardback. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. So, $3, why not? I know it's fantasy. That's about all I know, I think. So, yeah. Then I found this one, Don DeLillo's 0K. I'm blanking on what they're about right now. Billionaires, health. Oh, it's a secret compound where death is exquisitely controlled and bodies are preserved until a future time when biomedical advances and new technologies can return them to a life of transcendent promise. So it sounded really interesting at the time. And then I've seen a couple, I think, talk about this one. And again, it sounded interesting when I read it. I left a book there that I shouldn't have, but I might go back and get it. But it's Edgar and Lucy by Victor Lodato. 8-year-old Edgar has survived a terrible accident of which he remembers nothing. And I think it has to, I'm not sure if it's like dual time perspectives. Like if they're going back and forth to this accident and then the present day. Something like that. If you know anything about these books, let me know. So that was the Dollarama trip. And then I don't know if it was just me by myself or if I had one of my kids with me or if it was my husband. I can't remember. But we went to our favorite thrift store that's just like around the corner. And it's not cheap, but if you buy several things, they will discount it for you. So I picked up 4 books from there. I think it was just the 4. And the first one is This Is Where It Ends by Marieke Nijkamp, or Niekamp. It's about a school shooting, and for some morbid reason, I'm interested in school shootings. I mean, the Columbine shooting happened 2 weeks before I got married, so yeah, and it was a big thing in the news. And then, you know, my heart goes out to the people that are in the, like, there was a Colorado shooting yesterday. Wow. And then I read Salt of the Sea, and I've been wanting to read Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys, and so I've seen it there, and it was $3.98, I think. Yeah, so I love her writing, and it's World War II fiction. And then I like Mary Kay Andrews, so I picked up Ladies' Night. I think there's a bunch of them that go out and something happens. Or is it just, it's the bond between friends, the divorce recovery therapy sessions with 3 women. Yeah. And I've been wanting to pick up these They only had the second one. I haven't read the first one yet either. So it's The Wise Man's Fear, and it's book 2, and the King Killer Chronicles by Patrick Rothfuss. And chunkers, but if you know me at all, I love my mass market paperbacks. Yes, I'm one of those that, tiny font. I love them. Love the feel of them in my hands. I can throw them in my purse. I can fit more on my shelves. So yeah, I find that sometimes hardbacks are too cumbersome. So now onto these 2 next books. Because I had my cat put down, my daughter knew I was I was upset. And so she gave me my Mother's Day gift early, and she bought me 2 books. Now, she doesn't know what I've read because she doesn't pay attention to that stuff. So she asked the girl there, what would be two books. One I have not read, but I have read one of the authors. The other one I have read and I loved it, but I didn't have a copy of my own. So the first one is Michael Palmer and Daniel. Well, Michael Palmer has passed away. His son has taken over. So it's by Daniel Palmer, and it's the first family. And she, of course, left the price stickers on. But so it's like a intrigue, spy intrigue, FBI sort of thing, I think. The president's son is a champion chess player, and things happen, Secret Service, stuff like that. So yeah, there's that one. And oops, then she picked up a copy of Nosferatu by Joe Hill, because she found out that it's Stephen King's son, so she knows how much I love Stephen King. And yeah, so it's mass market, and she knows my love for mass market. So yeah, I'll probably read this again sometime, because you can never get as much as you want out of it the first time you read things. You always seem to catch stuff afterwards. So there's that one. And this next pack, I went to the library yesterday, and I had a couple of cards free books, because when you go and check out 5 books at the library, you get these punch cards, and you get a punch for every 5 books you check out. If you check out more than 5 at a time, you still only get 1 punch. It used to be that for every 5 books you checked out, regardless if you got a punch. So if you picked up 10 books at one time, you got 2 punches, but they changed that. So my mom gives me her cards. So I had a couple of cards. So 2 of these were free. This one and this one were free. The rest were only $1, I think. 50 cents, $1. So I got book 2 in the Lunar Chronicles, Scarlet. I've already read it, but I only had Cinder, and I don't think it matches, but they're both paperbacks. But I think the other one's like the young adult paperback where it's thicker, and this one's like the adult size trade paperback, but whatever, it works. And I picked up this one. Yeah, this one. This was the other one that was free. Water for Elephants by Sara Gruen. I've heard this is a fantastic book. I have not seen the movie either. But I know it's about working in a circus, and Sara from Sarah's Nightstand loves this book. And she keeps talking about this one scene by the water with the elephant, and it's a beautiful scene. So I seen it there. I figured I might as well pick it up. And the girl had said I'm the second one that day who's picked up a copy, because I guess they had like 3 or 4 copies of it. So, and then the other 3 books I picked up were Ken Follett's Hornet Flight. I love Ken Follett. I don't care what his books are about. I'll pick them up. This one is World War II in 1941. And I just read the synopsis, and it's about somebody trying to get through because he has some info, and I don't know if he gets caught or he finds a plane and needs to learn how to fly it, something like that. But I had read another one of his, and I can't remember the name of it, and I have a copy of it. But Night Over Water. That was a really good book. It was just about a bunch of people on a plane in World War II flying. It was such a good book. But I love his writing. He does Pillars of the Earth, obviously, and those are some of my favorite books. So anything he writes, I will pick up. And then I picked out, this was actually in this fiction section, because sometimes they don't quite know where to put the books. And I collect her books. I love her. Sadly, she's not with us anymore. But it was her book, Small Sacrifices, that got me into true crime. And it's Anne Rule, Don't Look Behind You and Other True Cases, Volume 15. Yeah. So it's a bunch of true crimes, like short stories with photos, obviously, it's true crime. But yeah, it's because of Anne Rule that I fell in love with true crime books. And every time I read a true crime book that is not her writing, I always compare it to her, and they always seem to fall flat. So yeah, I miss her books. And the other one that I found was Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. For some reason, my library either doesn't have this copy, or it's only on audiobook, or there's something, I can never get my hands on it. And so I seen it there, and I thought, well, why not? It's only $1. Or yeah, it was $1. So yeah. I know it's, one of her other books, like, not one of her other books, obviously. Her books have twists. I've only read God Girl, so I'm looking forward to reading this sometime. And then, as you go outside of the bookstore at the library, there is a rack of free books, so you can take them for free. So this one was on here. It's a former library book, and it's Brooklyn by Colm Toibin. And I know this is about an English girl who goes over to America to work, I think, and likes it, and it's in the 1950s. I'm sure everybody's heard of it by now, but so there. And the final book that I picked up was The Shack by William Paul Young. I think it's about people that live in the shack. I know, basic. Abduction on a family vacation. So yeah, I've seen this. I haven't seen it for a while though. Nobody's really talked about it, but I've heard it's really good. So for free, and it's mass market paperback, why not? So that is my book haul for now. Don't think there's anything else. Oh yeah, there is. Right now, this has just recently come up, so I won't, that was my first book haul in a long time. But I have to have oral surgery next month, and it's costing quite a bit of money. So I have reduced all my clips in my Etsy shop. Like, you can use them as bookmarks or planner clips, and they all have they can all be repositionable, because they have so you can put them on either side of the book. So I'll have the link for my Etsy shop below. They're all on sale because my surgery is going to cost $900, and yeah, that's a little bit more than we have right now, so I need to make as much funds as I can with my businesses. So I'm just putting that out there. I don't expect you guys to buy it. I'm just putting the info out there. So yeah, they're all on sale for 20% off, I think. And I might keep that permanently because I need to clear these out, because I'm no longer doing clips. I'm doing just wholesale felties, so I just make them, and then people do what they want with them. So there's that. Now I think that is it. Yeah, so joy for that. But then all my facial pain and whatever will be gone. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not, because the $900 price tag, Canadian, is not fun. And it's because I have to be sedated. They've tried to patch it before, and the freezing won't take at all. And 2 out of the teeth that I've had to have removed, 2 out of the 3 teeth I've had to have removed before, the freezing won't take, so I have to be sedated, so that's what costs so much money, unfortunately. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Thanks so much for watching.